Alrighty guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have Elliot Wilson saying that the Conan O'Brien joke at the Oscars about Kendrick Lamar calling Drake a PDF was corny and not funny, saying it was a bunch of outsiders mocking the culture and he doesn't care a black guy wrote it. And according to the writer, they didn't even think the joke would actually be a hit, but obviously the Oscars went viral by referencing perhaps the biggest entertainment story of the last year. I mean, even from the most hardcore fans, the biggest of casuals, I feel like everyone was paying attention and referencing it on a daily, because it's a fact that this beef has transcended hip-hop a very long time ago. So the joke wasn't surprising. But it's actually funny that a lot of the people that were defending the Andrew Schultz Kendrick Lamar joke are the same ones complaining about this one, when this Oscar joke was supremely tamer. And there is people that would argue that the joke could have been made to slight Kendrick Lamar instead. Different people are going to have different interpretations, but obviously the Oscars got what they wanted, the attention, because ratings are definitely king. These award shows have honestly been dwindling, especially in the internet era, and these viral moments are truly what keep them alive. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video, where we have Elliot Wilson saying that the Conan O'Brien joke at the Oscars about Kendrick Lamar calling Drake a PDF was corny and not funny, saying it was a bunch of outsiders mocking the culture and he doesn't care a black guy wrote it. But apart from this, honestly, this Elliot guy is a funny dude. I get the sense that you shouldn't really trust him.
Your reaction.
Because the same thing I dug about Andrew Schultz, it's like, it's got to be funny. I get your comedian gives you the license, right?
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile.
Well, obviously it had a positive reaction with the audience. And again, just like the Grammys, this is an audience of his entertainment peers. These are the who's who's of the actors world. So not only sports, but the entire entertainment industry feels a certain way and is loving every moment.
It didn't make me laugh. I get that it could be constructed as like a clever written joke. Like, okay,
you know a nigga wrote the joke though.
Huh?
You know a nigga wrote the joke.
Nigga didn't write a funny joke. It wasn't funny. Nigga, that wasn't funny. That's my point.
But comedy, just like music, just like any other art form, can be very subjective. And he obviously has a right to his opinion. But you can't deny that it was obviously a viral moment for the Oscars, which is something that they'd be looking for.
It's about, like, I get the structuring, right? It's like, because I'm a writer, I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
That, you know, okay, like, it's a big award ceremony.
And he is a very respected rap journalist. The guy has been doing it for a very long time, but he's pretty much become the person that he was complaining about all those years ago, literally just saying stuff for these viral moments. So it is very hypocritical that he went that route. But at the end of the day, you can't be a dinosaur. You have to adapt, you have to evolve, and you can't expect the way that people consume media to stay the same. Everything flows through the internet now, so you're going to have to adapt when most of these magazines have basically abandoned physical media. I mean, it's already been the situation when it comes to like music and film. Back in the day, you used to be able to go into like a Best Buy or a Circuit City, which doesn't exist anymore, and see just rows upon rows of physical media, whether it be CDs, whether it be DVDs. But that's obviously not the case anymore. People can just like stream it from a cloud now. Things evolve, and if you don't keep up, you get left behind.
It's a big moment, so of course, something has to happen where Kendrick has a moment where he's calling Drake a pedophile. Like, I get that, right? Because we saw it at the Super Bowl, saw it at the Grammys. Yeah. Aha. And then he thinks to kill in line and say, and I'm...
Elliot, you're not going to get the Drake interview no matter how hard you try. The guy's already proven himself to be very vindictive.
Lawyered up. Like, he thinks that's going to be the killer line. The Conan's going to say, I'm lawyered up.
That was funny.
And then,
everyone laughed.
No. That shit was not funny, man.
The lawyer was funny to me.
It was clever, it was written.
I smiled.
No, but that's not. But see, that's not good enough for me as a joke, especially if it's controversial.
It's humor.
Man, you're a cornball.
No, you don't laugh. You have to, for humorous to me, you have to actually laugh. Something that's come out of your system where you laugh. You can smile. Like, that's clever.
So
that's not funny.
Something can be humorous without you laughing about it.
But I think if it's volatile and offensive type material, that shit has to land. If you say you're going to have sex with Kendrick Lamar and you're a male comedian, white male, that shit got...
Yeah, but I just don't find that funny at all. Maybe Andrew could have got that off with like a close homie, but it seems with Elliot's criteria, the only way it's a joke is if he laughs at the top of his lungs and like slaps his knee.
Gotta be funny. That shit was not funny. When Andrew did a bit about the Diddy Meek Mill shit, that shit was funny. And we laughed out loud. And that shit was, oh shit, that's crazy. It's comedy club. So niggas don't go to the club for smiles, they want laughs.
Or claps these days.
Yo, the way Head smiled at me, I knew that joke really landed.
Well, for me, yeah.
Head went like this.
That's honestly for Head.
No, but if you're in a comedy club and everybody reacts like you, did that joke land?
It depends on
a bunch of smiling motherfuckers.
Elliot has got to be deaf. If he thinks the joke didn't elicit that type of response, you can clearly hear the people in that venue laughing. So maybe it didn't make him laugh, obviously, but you can't say it didn't land when obviously it got a positive reception.
Is looking at me?
Are they stoic?
A comedy club full of
I don't want
would be
stoicness at the comedy
horrific
club
for a comedian. That would be torture.
Well, you know how we laugh at shit? Like the Gen Z, millennial Gen Zs, how we laugh at shit is we say one word. Hilarious.
Spooky.
See, that's not laughing.
That's true. It's that total act of trying to be nonchalant, trying to act like nothing phases you. Even if it makes you laugh, try to give a minimal emotional response. My little nephew is sort of like that way, which is hilarious. It's also the reason why like the club is the way it is now, where you go in and people just want to like stand around and look cool. No one really wants to have a good time or dance. Everyone just wants to look cool.
That's not comedy. That's not comedy, my G.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's why I didn't repost it. So we can say I'm so anti-Drake. I didn't fucking grab the low-hanging fruit. I didn't repost Conan shit. Oh my God, Conan got that off. That shit was corny.
What I was
It looked like outsiders of the culture trying to attach themselves to culture. I think it's a
The thing is that this beef transcended hip hop and made it into pop culture. You had regular people that didn't give two Fs about hip hop trying to strike up conversation to see what were your thoughts on the whole topic. So this beef, basically probably the biggest event in music of probably recent memory, is obviously going to make it into the material of shows like this.
offensive to Drake and Kendrick. It's not cool. It's whack.
I didn't like the hypocrisy I
Conan do look
saw.
kind of scary, right?
He does. But when you
Not
mentioned
saying Conan isn't a brilliant, smart comedian. I think he did a great job overall as the host, but that joke wasn't
Go ahead,
cool.
Jay.
Nah, dude's a veteran.
no, when you
That joke was ass.
mentioned Schultz, what I didn't like to see is people completely losing the same energy. So the people who were, this is a joke. You're taking it too seriously. Andrew Schultz was making a joke about Kendrick Lamar.
Exactly. That's, I feel like, my biggest issue. The fact that the very people now complaining about this joke were the ones defending the Andrew Schultz joke. It's hypocrisy at its finest.
Wow, Kendrick fans don't understand comedy. Drops a joke at Drake's expense. This joke is too far. It's done. We can't. Why are we making jokes about that? I'm just saying keep the same
It's
energy.
ludicrous.
I personally didn't think this was the funniest joke either.
Well, I think
I just think it was a throwaway joke. The writer didn't expect it to do much, so the fact that it went viral the way it did makes me think even more that this joke was definitely like a joke they just threw in there as a Hail Mary, and it was obviously effective.
that's
But-
because he outright used the P word. He outright used the word.
Yeah, and it
So
kinda
that's
like-
that's what was triggering the people, where it's like,
Yeah. They're like, how could he say
But he's
that?
trying to say, he said Kendrick's gonna call him it. Like, I'm not in it. Kendrick's gonna call him it. That's why I don't like it either. It seems like outsidery culture-y. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a little. Yeah,
The black guy's gonna come in.
Outsidery
The crazy black guy's gonna come out and call the other one this. You don't see it that way, Head?
I'm adding up outsidery culture. Hold on.
Coming from like the legitimate journalist.
Outsidery culture?
Carry the one. I don't get it. What the fuck is outsider?
Did you square the two though?
Square to the.
Offensive to our culture, where it's like, the other guy's gonna come in and call the other guy that thing.
Yeah.
Like,
A little, like,
outsiders
watch
to the
them
culture.
fight.
I had the most regular of people, the most casual of music listeners asking about my thoughts. Elliot, I'm sorry, but this has made it beyond hip hop culture and into the ethos of mainstream pop culture.
type
Hey.
thing.
Yeah, it's like on it because they're not a part of the conversation. We made Super Bowl part of our conversation. We made the Grammys part of our conversation. The Oscars, besides the Gold Party, if you want to segue, is the only connection to that with that culture. And like that's the point. It's like
I feel you. I'm just.
you're not
talking
connected
shit.
to us. You ain't feeding us and like connect to us. And bottom line again, the shit just wasn't funny to me. That's all. Lawyered Up wasn't even funny. It wasn't funny.
Lawyered up. The lawyered
It was-
up
it was
part.
a- Acknowledgement that-
Obviously, that's a dig in how litigious Drake has been this year.
Oh, it did
That
work
might
in
be
the
a
room.
clever premise, but that's not a joke. A joke, you should laugh.
Yeah, man, I get it if this is not his favorite joke. I get it if he doesn't think this joke is funny at all, or in his opinion that it's not a joke. But the fact is, obviously, the joke was very effective. It did elicit a lot of laughs, and I feel like the biggest thing when it comes to any of these moments, at least for like the entities putting these events on, are the fact that it's bringing that much more attention. It's bringing eyes to the event, which is something that a lot of these award shows have been in desperate need of, at least within the last like 5 to 10 years, honestly. So they're easily welcoming these moments. And yeah, I definitely agree that there is some hypocrisy to this because the energy was not the same during the Andrew Schultz joke. There's a lot of people, a lot of comics that came out defending it, and obviously that's not the case during this one. I get it, Elliot. You may be trying to get back on good terms with Drake, but I don't think this is going to get you the interview. If Academic still hasn't gotten it, I don't think you are. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that this joke was corny and unfunny? And also, did you guys feel the same about the Andrew Schultz joke? Elliot Wilson can claim it's unfunny all he wants, but you can't deny that it did elicit laughs, and obviously it had a pretty big impact because everyone is talking about it. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. That's the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for making this channel a part of your day. It honestly means the world to me. And all the love and support you guys continue to show this channel on a daily is honestly overwhelming. I'm definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say on this topic. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. I don't know, something about Elliot Wilson gives off like backstabbery vibes if I'm going to use his structure and making words up.